I'm very happy to invite all of you and to see all of you, meet all of you, get blind people and people with low vision. Thank all of you for coming to this conference, attending this conference. It's really important. This conference is really important to advocate for your rights, for education, for technical assistance, technology.
I was wearing these grades and I have a small problem in my retina. I can see well at that time, but when it is gone, it becomes little bit difficult to see everything. It reads for me, and I'm not able to read the sentences as well. Later part, in 85, and something appeared in my eyes. It became white, but 1995. So now it's 2025. Go to surgery and for the cataract. I got the surgery for the cataract. Then later part, now here 2035. I can see better, but little big problem with my vision as well, and I'm little strong. And I propose.
When I got 20 years before, I got a job. When I was copy paste like this, and also it was like a low vision. I'm not able to see. It's a bigger one. Okay. It's good to read and everything. When it becomes a means smaller font, then it will be very difficult. And also looking to the people, also it was a little bit difficult for me. No, I was working there. There is no I'm not doing any job like because of my low vision. Because it's a God gift, right? I can't able to do anything with it. And I also married with a hearing person, and she used to interpret for me and help for me to go outside, traveling, everything. She's taking care of that. Actually, I'm not taking any responsibility, and my hearing wife is taking behalf of my every responsibilities. She's taking care of it. I started to learn some braille things and practicing. I'm trying those things, and it's ongoing. I'm learning also. It's ongoing. It's good. Thank you for the opportunity to give for sharing with you.
Hello everyone. So happy to see you here today for the National Conference of the Deaf Blind. Third National Conference of the Deaf Blind. I've been here for the first, for the second, and for the third. Very happy to meet Sunil, Pradeep, Zamir. Helped me to reach here. So thank you so much for arranging all of this. My name is Naveen, and I'm signed as this. That's my sign. I am a deaf person with low vision. So at the age of 3, I was able to see without any issues in the morning, but when it comes to the evening and the late evening, I was not able to see. So 1 to 10, class 1 to 10, I was really good, right? I had no issues. What happened after 10 was I joined a diploma in Mysore. So the college, and then I started PCA. So that's when I found it really difficult because I started losing vision. My vision was progressively lost. So I also learned how to cope with it. And because back then I didn't know braille, I didn't know how to use a cane. There was an NGO called Enable India. So I met them and they guided me with how do I cope with the new disability, and it really gave me a lot of confidence. It calmed me. I was very anxious before. Then I met Pradeep. So I got trained by Pradeep for mobility, to learn, understand brain. So it was tough, but it was a very long training that I had with Enable India and with Pradeep. And then finally, I was able to be more confident and try to be more independent, be by myself. So in the night, right, I go back to my home. In the morning I go out, and in the evenings, morning I go to Enable India, I learn everything, and then go back to home in the evening. Right? But also it really helped me to cope with my disability. Now my vision loss is progressively improved, because before I used to see a little bit of light. Now I think it has progressed to a degree where I have to use tactile sign language and cannot rely on my vision anymore. But I'm coping. Thank you so much for.
His name is Rahul and his animus is this and is from Kolkata. Okay, Kolkata. 2 years before I was started logging, I can see very well and everything, communication and everything was good. But after CSI school, I learned, and after I finished my SSLC, then 11, 12, my vision came very good. To everything it is very difficult. I don't get any help, so I returned back to Kolkata. Then I started to learn. I got some advices and then started to learn. After 2 years finished, I included with different family business and everything. I included with them and I started to learning different things. And I started business, learn different things. Then I practiced for 2 years. Then 2 years, father and mother they started my own company. Their family gave me that company, so I started to take care of the business. After 5 years, 5 to 8 years, my vision becoming very blurred, and I cannot see anything. It was very difficult. Okay. And I stopped my work. There is no one to help. Communication is also very difficult. I stayed in home myself and I stopped everything. I stopped. Okay, I stayed with my father itself. 2019, I joined in NCDB. There is an association was there for deaf blind, so I learned so many things, how to learn braille, how to sign with the hands and help. Tactile sign language, and the association will help me a lot. And after that, my confidence also improved a lot. And I first time I cannot understand the tactile sign language. lot, and I continued for a long time. And sometimes trying to give me some signs, and I do practices, and then my confidence is increased a lot, and everyone I feel.
My name is Fakira, and my sign goes like this. I'm from Bombay, Maharashtra. Don't be. I was not getting a job for a pretty long time. I've done my SSLC. Been looking for opportunities, and also progressively losing my sight. And SCDB, Society of Deaf Blind Empowerment, programs and people. I mean, whether it's looking at them, being the leader of this, guiding people. I was in the Bangalore for the training. There was brain training. There was accessibility, mobility training. So I finished the training for the deaf blind, and also with Sunil. We spoke to a company called DTS. I got an opportunity. I worked there for 1 year, and there were some issues I had to quit the company. And after that, I 2-3 years. I've been like without any job. I really hope Zami's help and SCDB is the first. In Mumbai, we have AJKHISLHD. So this is the institute that I also check here in Arya School. So probably I'm thinking of going to work there. Even if the salary is very less, I want to tell that that's what I'm looking to do next. So here he's also looking for a job for quite some years. So that's good that we came here to share the story. My name is Suchitra. I'm from Odisha. I would want a job, definitely. I'm looking to get a good opportunity. Looking for an opportunity. That's it. So you are looking for an opportunity, right? What kind of job? What kind of job? Anything that I can do because anything that I can do by myself, right? Like I'm very active. Anything that I can do. So you want to do work from home, which maybe like you get the work from the company and you do it from home, right? Yes, something like that. Yes, that's a good. So here we have Suchitra, who is signed like this, who want to do self-employment, right? And work for companies, take the orders, not to go for office every day. There's also a challenge with mobility, all of that. So she wanted to bring work to home, finish work, and then keep back to the company. So that's a good initiative. Yes, Sunil Abbas says that Suchitra here would like to do something like a self-employment, run her own business from home. So, yeah, we will share some more topics of discussion to the panelists. And Vishesh, please come and share your stories, your challenges, and what are you looking in employment. So we both, my husband and here, before I used to work, but I used to stitch knit things by myself, and then I changed my work. It's been many years that I quit the work. Sorry, the context is about Umra and husband. So that I used to go for the clothing lines, but now after since many years he's not having a job, he really wants to go back and figure out employment and approaching people in the jewelry sector or also we have a kid, so that it's also very challenging. So he's just 5 years do for the deafblind community is employability. That would be such a great thought. So any company, any kind of job you're ready to, yes, here we have Umran, who's ready to go for any kind of opportunities that he might get. Thank you so much for sharing this.
Hello everyone. So employability. First, please introduce yourself, your name. Just start by saying my name is, and then you can start talking about your experience. My sign name is this, and I was also married. So before, when I was not married, I used to go work for organizations. But after marriage, it's really difficult. Looking for the opportunity, studying. It's very difficult to find an employer who could work with all of the situations, right? I'm really willing to work, like something the other participant was mentioning. So bring back home to work, finish the work, and bring back to companies. That is something I'm looking for right now. Hi, I'm Yash again. I would just want to please address the audience. Yeah, so hi, I'm Yash. I would just like to suggest an idea that deafblind, deaf low vision. So all of your queries related to job. So we can talk about what kind of skills that you have, what kind of yes, your profile, and then we can look for companies who are willing to hire. Right? There are many companies that very difficult for people to work. Also, we are not focusing on hiring people with disabilities. Probably they are, just hiring people who can hear. So what we could do is first we could skill deafblind people and deaf people with low vision. Right? We can see their interest. We can see what they are good at. It could be some hobby that they have done. So we could train them and make a skilled worker. Like for example, if I don't have skill, I can keep applying for jobs, I can keep applying, but it's not going to help me. I'm going to be stressed that I'm not finding a job, I'm going to be demotivated, that losing time, I don't have a job. So the first step I think is data. Collect data of people, what they are good at, what are the skill set that we are looking at, how can we upskill those skills. It could be a hobby that they have currently, right? And how do we change it to a profession for the employer? So that's a good way of looking at it. That's what I think. So what do you want, Yash? Do you want to work from home or do you want to go to a company? I'm open for any NGOs, to work with any NGOs. So he would like to work for organizations as well. So good, Yash. There are people who wanted to work from home. Okay. Also, there are people who are ready to move around, stay in a hostel closer to the organization, like PG. Right? Yeah, they are also ready to move with an accommodation near to the employer. Nice. Thank you so much. You are doing signing. What's your name? Hi, Nilesh here. Hello everyone, my name is Nilesh. Yeah, I am a deaf person with low vision. My question is, so I have a business, right? I sell things. I put stalls, you know, right? To be supporting NCDB, my business. So a good stall for my business. I would like to set up a store in which I could sell my things. So can I do that? How do I do that? But do you want to work for a company, you want to bring back work from company and work from home? Yes, that one. So basically you want to have a own store, buy products from company and sell. Own store, buy products from company and sell it. Okay, nice. Thank you. Alright, so there were so many suggestions, there were many people who wanted different kind of jobs, right? So there's one thing to work for an employer, go and work. There's some people who prefer working from home, right? So we would are ready now. Sorry, and we will have Mr. Raja, co-founder of the Vishesh. Sorry. We will invite Ms. Poonam, the director of Vidya Sagar, onto the stage.
Heard so many people talking about their issues with employability. And we have with us Raja here. Raja is he's the co-founder of an organization called Vishesh. Vishesh started with one motive, to get jobs for people with disabilities. And so over the last 15 years, they have been working on getting jobs for people with disabilities. For people with deaf blindness, we still need to do a lot of awareness so that companies understand what are the needs and reasonable accommodations people with deaf blindness need and what kind of jobs they would like to do. We have some people here who are working already and who have many experiences to share, and some people who have so many issues, so many ideas that they want, so many questions that they have. So without wasting too much time, I'm going to ask Raja from Vishesh to start with all the questions that have been raised by all the people, starting from Yash, Prashant, Amin, Pradeep, Bakira, Suchitra, Fatima, and Dinesh. So yeah, over to you.
Thanks, Akka. Please, I'll start. Please start first by describing myself. My name is Raja. I also have a sign name. My sign name is this. Okay? Thanks to all the deaf community and sign name. I'm wearing a blue shirt. I don't have specs. I also have hair which is lot of black and less grey, thankfully. But I'm trying to attempting to put on a French beard. Very poor attempt, but still in progress here. So the last 16 years at Vishesh, we are a team of 50 people, and we believe employment is the test of inclusion. So we have been working with individuals with disabilities and trying to advocate with employers to create equal opportunities and level playing field. The jobs, it's not about just getting a job, it is about a career building a career and meaningful. Going to work is so fundamental to everyone, and that has been our vision. This is a vision for all of us at Vishesh. And we have been doing this as an enterprise, which is we were not taking charity or grants. We are largely offering a service to companies. Companies pay us for the service, and we are running our organization entirely based on that service. So there is that itself, that Vishesh has existed for 15 years, itself is a hope that there is definitely opportunities for work. Okay. So there is let us be all assured. I know there is a lot of discussion about diversity and DEI, especially what is happening in the US, etc. That there will be less priority and things like that. But let's all be assured there is a lot of opportunities that are getting created daily on an everyday basis. There is definitely opportunities. Firstly, there is work, but at the same time, there is a need for us, all of us, including people with disabilities, including people with deaf blindness, to constantly upgrade our skills. Skill is what makes us all get to workplace. Skill is ultimately skill is required for us to be present ourselves and succeed at workplace. Constant skill building is required. Then a couple of other pointers that I would like to share for addressing some of the questions, and also having Naveen and Pradeep as shining examples of having made and succeeded in getting, not only getting a job, but also sustaining it and having a career at their workplace. So we will also hear from them directly so that we are able to take back some very key pointers on what we should do. Yes, and Vishesh also, I'll be very, very honest. Among those, while we work with all types of disabilities, hearing, vision, mobility, neurodivergent, which is dyslexia, dyscalculia, or, and psychosocial conditions also, and also with people with autism. We've had some success. It is a working process, not continues to be a challenge, except for people with mobility. I'll be very honest, except for people with mobility, where companies are very, very open, the private sector companies are very, very open. In all other cases, it's a constant battle or challenge to push companies to hire. So in order to uncover that, overcome that challenge, we all have to, one, as community, as individuals, we need definitely to have skills. A lot of time what we have found is, yes, there is bias and prejudice in companies, but there is also lack of information about, one, what is the skill that we have. As I know, we get surprised that there are a deaf-blind person can be a good, there's a deaf-blind person who's an accountant, who's an engineer, who's, of course, has a very, very good attitude to work, can actually go to work. I mean, that itself is surprising. People first is to make sure they are your enabling agencies, etc., providing that. The next one is about what exact support is needed. That is what we all claim as is termed as accommodation. People and companies and recruiters and managers, they just don't know what accommodation and support is needed. They will say, okay, they will assume that if it's deaf person, they always need is interpreter. And blind person means they will never be able to work on a computer. So we don't know, we have to give them jobs which are not related to computer. That is the assumption that they get. So definitely be very clear, especially to your the agencies like Vishesh, the Jobs, Enable India, etc. What is the specific support that you need in order to execute any work? Should be very clear. I may need a tactile interpreter, but I don't need the support of an interpreter all the time. It's only needed for initial training for 5 days. After I can work with a computer just simply by magnification. So having that clarity, having a discussion with your coach is very, very important, so that information can be transferred to the employer and ultimately lead to a conversion into a discussion and a job. With that, I'll take a pause here because we have questions from Yash, Prashant, all of them related to how do we get back to a job. So in order to address that, I will request Naveen. Naveen is already working. We can request Naveen to talk about what he did to acquire the skill that is, how did he first find his job, how did he acquire the skill that is required for the job, and then how did he talk about what support he needs at the workplace, how did the employer then provide that support, and now how is he succeeding at the workplace. Naveen, can I request you to share your experience? Yes.
Before I was searching for job, I applied for so many places, and then I know that I'm very low vision and my confidence is very less. Before I go to BS, and I had an experience there, and after I go to Messenger company, I have some doubts that there is only deaf persons are there. So after that they give job, okay, they give computer also. So I felt very happy. They give job, so I moved back to the and I felt very happy when I joined there. And in assembly they asked so many questions. They scheduled the training also. So he need to learn so many things. And they all also teach us so many things. I felt
Google is a great source for offline.
Google is a great source for offline people, and
When I started working, everything is and it's been
This is Naveen. So, sorry, I was a little fast when I was signing. So, basically, EE.
that is the sign for Accenture.
So, employee, I just say team instead. So, my team, they asked me, that can you, so there were a lot of trainings that I had to skill myself to be able to do my job. So what I started doing was use Google and get this formula to be able to do my task in Excel. How do I add this formula? I go to Google, I understand, I come back and do. So Google was a great help for me to
that really helped. And I work at Dell and before I was in Dell EMC. So I was in a service investigation role. And then I moved to a new role internally in Dell to information and technology. That is even more in progress because 2015 to 2018 it was a little difficult. I shot a permanent role. So 2018, thanks to Dell, I got a permanent role and I've been till now, 2024. I'm very happy to work with Dell. My team is very supportive. But COVID was a whole different challenge. Before COVID, it was very helpful. Right? How much to develop the support system is very helpful to all of that. But COVID was totally different. I also met Rajat and Vishesh. I also met Rajan from BCG got some good advice about employability. Thank you so much for being here and sharing it with us. Thank you.
So, one question. Yes, it's very clear, like he says, it is continuous skilling, continuous learning has helped Naveen get a job and then of course sustain the job. And Naveen, one question for you is at the workplace, what is it that you need to continue to do your work? Did you need how did you convey that to your employer? What is Standard Chartered earlier and now and then now? How did you convey what you need for your job, for doing your job?
So, my employer, he didn't know anything about deaf people with low vision, right? When I started, but he believed that I could work. So, I needed some accessibility in my system, right? To change the colors, import the colors to black and white text. Right? So, I had this conversation to change that settings, all of that. I had to explain. I had to write sometimes and explain in paper, right? So any kind of support, that's how I currently talk to my employer about it, but they're very open and very supportive.
Thank you. Thanks, Naveen. So basically, one more, yes.
So I would also like to be, invite Pradeep. I would also like to ask Pradeep to share some of his experience at Dell. So this is Pradeep sharing his experience. Good morning, everyone. I've been working for a very long time in an MNC. So in Bangalore, we have Dell. So I would just stick to my employability. I'm not going to talk about my whole experience of how did I find and all. So I was a teacher for deaf blind before that, deaf and deaf blind before joining. So basically in Bangalore I went to this Enable India, an organization called Enable India, did the training program. Then I got this job at Dell, Indian Information and Technology Department. It's the first time in India that a deaf blind person is being hired in technology. So my work in technology involves investigating hardware, defects, issues. So employees will have a lot of issues, IT related issues. So consolidating those requests, all of that was one of my tasks. So I was assigned with a lot of work, task to manage the in-floor request, all of that. So my floor has 8 buildings, right? Full of hearing people. They don't have deaf or deaf blind people. So me and Naveen are the only 2 people, only 2 deaf blind people work in this entire huge big company, right? And we have a lot of issues. True that when we want to talk to deaf hearing people, so we started speaking only English, right? We used to play keyboard. I will type something and they will type something. We used to share and go back to talk, and we also started talking about accessibility. Right? There was no braille notes in anywhere, like canteen or lift. So I had to advocate for myself and talk about, give me a braille menu for the cafeteria. Right? How will I know which one to order, which one is available, all of that. So give me a braille menu, something I spoke to the management. I had to advocate for myself and talk about and explain my challenges. And they finally agreed and they gave me a braille menu. Braille food menu. So for example, I will be like, there will be a braille imposed right next to the food item. So I just go, read the braille menu and show this is what I want. Because I have to do it all by myself. So I will use this as an accessibility tool. Also the cafeteria, pantry, we call it in corporates. So we have a lot of coffee machines. And we can select different coffees. How will a deaf-blind person use a touch screen? Right? There's 4 different coffees. How do I pick the right one? How do I select if I just want milk? I don't know. And the people who are even in the housekeeping are not very comfortable helping out deaf-blind because they did not understand sign language. So that was a huge issue. So we only can pay and get tea or coffee. Right? So what I did was, so basically I understood the orientation of the coffee machine. Like for example, so we have 4 different coffees. So I just like go from the bottom, find a tactile something I could find, and found where exactly I should touch to get a coffee that I want. So this is also something I think we should add braille, somehow incorporate accessibility for deaf-blind people in such facilities that the corporates provide for employers. So that's something I would like to add. And so we might also like think of having a lot of different options in braille, right? Like the ginger coffee and all of that. So braille is something I think will really help for deaf-blind. So something that solutions can be aligned with deaf-blind is my thought, and we all have to take our own fights. So that is my fight. Thank you so much.
And self-learning, there are post-training institutions, acquiring that skill is important. Second is, I would also say that you should showcase, as individuals, you should showcase that skill through various modes. Today LinkedIn is a very, very powerful source where a lot of companies and recruiters are constantly looking for talent. So showcase your skill, whatever work you've done. Not saying I want a job. You don't need to say that I need a job there. You need to say that I acquired the skill, I found this particular, for example, we talked about Excel. Says I learned this specific thing in Excel, this is how we can do this. There is a small, by this function I learned, by this function we can summarize a large data set and get the solution instantly. Anything that comes, especially for people looking for jobs in IT, the so-called white-collar jobs, I'm talking about that. Be very active in social media, especially LinkedIn, so that the skill is known, is visible to potential employers and recruiters. Okay. The third one is to be clear about what is the workplace solution you need. Which, like in Naveen and both Pradeep, they talked about the color contrast on the screen, or magnification, or interpreter support if required for this duration. Be very clear and make it clear to the recruiter. Most of the times recruiters won't understand this. Employers, the employer workplace may not necessarily understand. So with the agency that you're working, like Vishesh or Enable India or Youth for Jobs, do clearly call that out and have the time to explain this is what my specific need is, and based on that the employers can probably be educated and and maybe there is lesser apprehension about hiring the individual. So these three things clearly stand out for all of us to take forward. And firstly, thank you for all coming and sharing. I will be honest that at Vishesh, we still have a long way to go in terms of creating opportunities for deaf-blind people. We will continue our efforts in every, there's diversity in disability, as you all know, and every disability they want to take it as a challenge. We want to continue to keep working, and we will continue to meet a lot of people, understand, and we are all partners in this effort to convince employers to hire people with disabilities and people with disabilities. There were some questions related to self-employment and setting up a stall, etc. I will lean on to share.
Thank you so much, Raja. Yeah, okay. So now actually today's panel was supposed to have one more member from the TNSC Bank, who actually knows a lot about NHFDC, the National Handicap Finance Division. Now he was not able to come because he couldn't get the regular permission. I don't know what, but he said he will come, but he hasn't come. But what I want to just quickly say 2 points. One is, if you want to, like Nilesh said, that I want a store, to start a food store. Or if you, like Varsha is making products and she wants to sell them. So that is also part, one way of becoming economically independent. But how do we get that done? That is the, do we need a loan, number one? Then NHFDC is a place where we can get a loan from. But I think what happens there is that there is not enough awareness still about what deaf-blind people can do. Advocacy around deaf-blindness, abilities of people, what they can do, as Raja was saying, is very important to do. And I think after that, many doors will open if you want small loans to start a business, either singly or in a group. You can also, if you're living in the same town or city, or you can make a group and work together, so that you can even work at home, but at least sell together. Then you can have a much better way. We had invited Tilakam Rajendran, who actually has done a lot of work with and lots of entrepreneurs with disabilities. She runs an organization called NIDA, and there's a network of entrepreneurs with disabilities. It's called ATPA and NIDA, NEDAR, Network of Entrepreneurs with Disabilities, Action and Rehabilitation. Now, NIDA is where a lot of entrepreneurs have grown. Tilakam has been their mentor, and they have become now very, very independent. They have become employers. They employ people to help them make products. I know of one person in Kashmir who was all alone, and he was embroidering carpets. Today, with Tilakam's help and support, he is employing 23 more people with disabilities, without disabilities, and his business is growing. So if you want to start a business, I would suggest, I will put down Tilakam's number if you want to consult with her. She's not too well at the moment, but she'll be very happy to help. And we can, she can take you step by step on how to start your business, how to get a loan, how to register as a Udyami or an artist or a person who is starting a business with the Ministry of Medium and Small Enterprises. So we need to get this support. I'm so sorry Tilakam could come to give you all the details. But people who are interested in starting a business, if you can let us know, I can give you her number and she will guide you, okay? And so, I thank you so much for being here. And employability is one of the major areas that we need to work at, and it's not separate from advocacy, because you must, all of us, people with deaf blindness, we are escorts and access supporters, and all of us we have to create more awareness about what is the skills deaf blind people bring, and only then can we get loans or jobs. So with that, I want to say to you, we continue the battle of getting jobs, and I wish you the best for the rest of the conference. Thank you. Yeah.
In addition to there is NHFDC and Tamil Nadu channel state TNSC, which is a state channelizing agency for loans specifically for persons with disabilities setting up businesses. Then in addition to that, there are also microfinance institutions like Equitas, AU Finance, there are Equitas specifically in Tamil Nadu. In every state there are microfinance institutions which extend, if you are in a particular branch, you can go talk to them and they also extend loans. But more importantly, whoever is setting up the business, like a job, you should also know what is this business about, who are my potential customers, what is the product I am selling, how is the revenue going to come, what is the expense that I make. I'm sure you should think a little deeply about it, and that is what even TNSC or Equitas or any bank will ask what they call as a business plan. It looks like a big document, but it's a very simple thing about how will I get my customer, how much the customer is going to pay me, and how much is my expense. That clarity you need to have, so that because anyone who is giving you a loan is also expecting a repayment, and so you have to generate that revenue and repay to the bank or the group. So have that clarity, and also there will be some documentation, some processes. Know the processes, approach the bank with the processes, and also approach any organizations like Vishesh or anyone, in order to, when you go to the bank, to advocate and talk to the branch manager to make sure all the support is available, etc. So please do that. We are more than happy to also support in that.
Can you see me? All the deaf-blind people and partial visual people, I want to explain something, the impact the hard work that you need. If you are interested, if you have any problem, if people have your own problem, any barriers that you are facing, any problem, it might be small, please don't, don't get excited, but what you have to work, what you have to think, you have to educate yourself, you have to grow, which way I can do, which way I have to go, everything you need to understand yourself. And if you don't do anything, if you are not doing anything, if you are applying for a job, the company, if you are asking the company for a job, can I join the company? Then if you have the skill, you can join. Then after you work, if you are not working properly, if you don't have that skill, it is a problem. So having that skill and working uniquely is important. You have to practice yourself, you have to train, you have to get learned, and you need to understand in multiple ways. You need to improve your skills in different ways. It's up to you. You have to choose a topic and you have to compare. Is it applicable for my job role? Is this the right one for my job role? And you have to build the base. And anything, leaving jobs, you have to choose that and you need to improve your skills. And once you join, if you don't have interest, and you have to think why did you choose this? Company will get confused. You need to understand yourself. You need to think. You need to make interest by yourself. And it's like if I want to choose a job, it is important. Bhagwan, he's welcoming Bhagwan to explain. He's a deaf with partial blindness. His name is Bhagwan. This is his sign name. Before when I was texting him, he told me he wanted to be here and he wanted to learn, he wanted to practice. I want a job. And example, age is not a problem. It is, I have to improve before time, training and giving awareness. I have passed SSLC and I have passed plus 2 and I have attended interview also, and they told me that blind we can't give them job, we are scared what activities we can give, and growing also, growing career is also a problem. It's impossible to give a job. Morning shift is fine, but doing night shift is a big problem. And when I'm going outside the evening time, I'm a bit scared because after 4:30 or 4:50, I might not be able to see anything. I have a visual problem. Traveling is a big problem. I'm not only deaf, but I'm blind as well, partial blind as well. So going outside is a big problem. Yeah, and did you guys understand what he is saying? Learn. Learning is important. If you didn't learn when you are applying for a job, it will not work, guys. It's important that learning. If they want a job, if you are in this conference, what we can help financially. No. We can't book, we can't do reservations and all. Yeah. We cannot book for a drawing, we cannot go there, we can't say, and if police ask, maybe there is a chance he might get arrested as well. You have to train you have to know to buy tickets, you need to know how to come here. No, I won't behave like this. Yeah, don't worry about that. It's a short thing I want to tell you. What I'm explaining is giving awareness. You need to learn. You need to teach. It's mandatory. When you are coming here in this conference, yeah, there are certain rules that you have to follow. Wait a second, I'm helping you. There is an app that in Andhra Pradesh, nobody. Who is from Andhra Pradesh?
Who is staying in Andhra Pradesh?
And so I hope you understood what Babu was trying to share. In the next conference, if when we announce, right, we will also inform that we will book reserve tickets. See, that's safe and very comfortable. If you want AC, so we will try and book tickets for you, because, and also like let's plan this very early, because last moment things doesn't work. Finally, okay, I'm coming here. We can't even have the tickets booked because it's not available, right? And also try to book by yourself and get it reimbursed. You have to. Also let us know before if you would like us to. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much.
And telling the idea that stop discriminating definitely. We are not meant to just be at home, dream and just stay at the bed. No, that's not what deafblind people are meant for. We deserve going out for a job, looking at NCDB programs and things that they do. And also in group, I'm not really, there are too many topics of discussion, of advocacy, of barriers. That's where we grow. Also, just wanted to tell people, please don't
maybe a degree or maybe a PhD will stop our education. But employment, it is not like that. The new learning, as Jeffrey sir said in the morning, and Rajesh sir also explained, the new way learning starts in the employment. Because every day there are three things you have to see. You have to meet the people, you have to develop your skill, right? You have to work in the social environment. What all the accessibility is required. So it is continuously learning and you have to get the support. Is it your right? Getting support. It is not depending on someone, right? Whatever facilities are there, whatever benefits are there, whatever the schemes are there, to be independent, to be happy, right? Be confident. So these all things are there and there are many people to support, which is employed by the government or NGOs who is working. So you have to get those connections and you have to equip yourself. You should be confident in your employment. That is the main thing. Okay? So today with us, Shankar Subbai sir is there to explain different schemes. Briefly, he will explain all those things. In that, whatever you have the doubts or how to approach that schemes, not only now he is with us, and hereafter also you can contact him to get the support. Right? So I will hand over session to Shankar Subbai sir.
First of all, this is Shankar Subbai. I am a person of 54 years old, wearing a light blue shirt, with black pant with stripes. And I am also having the spectacles. Okay, if I move my spectacles, then I am also kind of a low vision person. Okay. So I could understand, the importance of sign language we use, as well as the braille we use, as well as the blackboard we use. I work more with children as well as adults, particularly education and livelihoods. I am also working with NCDB, particularly with skills employment, as well as the other taking government schemes with persons with disabilities. This is my role. In this capacity, I'd like to deliver a small introduction about all the schemes, but it is not going to be the end, okay? Because I have a communication with Miranda. I know how the communication has to be, but I know that everyone is unique also. We try to more use technology, particularly. I believe many of you may be accustomed with WhatsApp. So we try to communicate through WhatsApp so that I could text you more messages in a more simpler way. Okay. So to introduce here, I have categorized the whole number of schemes which are available from Government of India through Ministry of Social Justice, Ministry of Education, okay, and Skill Development and Employment. As well as the government schemes which are from Government of Tamil Nadu. The reason I am also mentioning about the schemes of Tamil Nadu is I know that there are some national conference, people have come across from various states. Certain schemes which are kind of pioneer, it's a flag running flagship scheme we call it. So that can also be done in other states also. Okay, so just to bring that kind of advocacy, self-advocacy in your states, I am also mentioning about the other schemes as well, which is now being practiced in Tamil Nadu. Okay. The foremost scheme, first for rehabilitation and trying to bring in the context of persons with disabilities, not mentioning only about deaf blindness. The reason is, this particular schemes are mostly common for all persons with disabilities, so deaf blindness is also included in that. Okay. So there is no denial in that. We need to exercise our rights. Okay. So there is a scheme, Deen Dayal Upadhyaya. Okay. Yeah. Deen Dayal. Okay, just to make it simpler, DDRS scheme. Deen Dayal Disability Rehabilitation Scheme. Okay. Wherein this, as an organization or as an individual, okay, if you have an organization or you can associate with other schools or organizations supporting you, you can set up schools, special schools, or rehabilitation homes, and also promote assistive technology, skill development, vocational training, and up to employment. So more details on this we will be able to give it through this WhatsApp channel which we propose. Similarly, there are schemes from National Trust. I know Punamaka was here. Okay, so National Trust has a good number of schemes which also can be talked about. So particularly considering health, Niramaya is a scheme, insurance scheme. Okay, once we have our unique disability ID card, Niramaya insurance scheme. Okay, once we have our unique disability ID or UDID, we can approach for this particular scheme. Okay, either to national institutions or CRCs or nodal agencies of National Trust in the state. Similarly, there is a mental health helpline which is established in NIPMAN. Okay, we try to make as much accessible. This is a 24/7 helpline which at least takes text messages. Okay, and I can also circulate you the number for it. Okay, there is also Telemanas. There is one more kind of helpline also available nationally. So both can be utilized. Similarly, next would be the travel part. I am telling you all as is part of social security. Okay, there is a travel card called Divyanjan Travel Ride Card. Okay, Ride Travel Card. Okay, where there are various travel concessions which is given in railways. Okay, and in local transports as well as in flight, particularly person carrying India. Okay, right? Private airlines, it is up to their privilege they avail this scheme. And also, when you come to Tamil Nadu, as far as social security schemes, we do have a kind of a maintenance allowance. Okay, it's like 1,500 rupees. Okay, for all persons with disabilities. And we do have a Chief Minister Comprehensive Health Insurance Scheme, which, irrespective of any income limit, okay, no income limit, but everybody as a person with disability or the family member can avail this particular insurance scheme. Okay, it's a health insurance scheme. So this health insurance can be availed on the affiliated government as well as private hospitals. Okay, this is available. Similarly, we have a maintenance allowance for high support needs also. Okay, for both persons with high support needs, there is a allowance, separate allowance for that. Okay, and there is a marriage allowance. Okay, for persons with disabilities in Tamil Nadu. Like it ranges in 3 different categories. Okay, one, particularly if 2 persons with disabilities marry among themselves. Okay, this is first category. Okay, second category is if a person with and without disabilities marry. Okay, third category again a person with deafness marry someone. Okay, so like that. The amount varies according to the category. Okay, we can have more details on this. Right. Similarly, there is a housing allocation scheme. Okay, Prime Minister's housing allocation scheme. In this housing allocation scheme, what Tamil Nadu has done is it has allocated 5% of all their housing projects. Okay. All Tamil Nadu housing projects, they allocate 5% for person with disability, and to facilitate accessibility, the house allocated to a person with disability should be in ground floor. Okay, this is more for accessibility as well as safety purposes. Okay, in case of any disaster, it is easy to work. Okay, then when I come to like education, particularly, okay, Government of India, we do have scholarship right from first standard to graduation, college level. Okay, and there is a separate portal which we can facilitate applying for scholarship. Similarly, we do have reservation of 5% in all higher education institutions. Now, NICMED has taken a pioneer effort. Okay, we have started with diploma courses also for persons with, particularly the category of intellectual autism as well as with cerebral palsy. We have started a diploma course in computer applications. So this can be in future, maybe with all the support of organizations like NCDB and their guidance, we can expand to other categories, particularly the blindness also. Okay. And next one, we do have a kind of a educational loan, okay, from National Divyangjan Financial Development Corporation, okay, or NDFDC now, okay, at a rate of 4%. Okay, this can be availed for both students who can study either in India as well as for abroad. Okay, so next pioneer effort, which you know that it is 4% reservation, of that 1% is shared particularly by intellectual disability, autism, specific learning disability, mental illness, as well as multiple disabilities. 1% is shared. There are jobs being advertised, but how to reach this particular job? There are competitive exams being conducted. So how to get prepared for this job? So we have started some pioneering effort, particularly now with mind intellectual disabilities as well as autism spectrum disorder, which can also be explored to be expanded. Okay, there is a scheme called Free Job Coaching Center. So this I would like to know this can be availed by NGOs, organizations working for persons with blindness, okay, as well as now currently it is running in national institutions and CRCs, composite resource centers across India. But this can also be availed by organizations of persons with disabilities as well as NGOs, okay. This we can also work about it, okay. Please think of it. In case of Tamil Nadu, education and employment particularly, we do have government and government aided schools, and there is no fees for children who are studying both in government and government aided schools. And we do have separate schemes for assistive devices. Particularly, I would like to mention about those devices given to children with visual impairments, children with blindness, children with hearing impairments. Okay? Here is more appropriate to mention here. In case of children with visual impairment, we do have white cane, goggles, and then a universal braille kit from next academic year, along with basic tactile graphics books, which will have all the alphabets as well as with the tactile diagrams in braille as well as in text. Okay. Similarly, we want to take it, we want to pioneer it for the first primary level, and then it will be taken to next upper primary level also. Okay. So this it will be available for children as they get into their education at first standard. Okay. So this we are trying to give it. Next, when the children grow, okay, when the children grow as a person with low vision, okay, at 6th standard onwards, or as a person with visual impairment, okay, who has hearing abilities, we provide a reader, okay, a EPUB reader, okay, wherein the textbooks can be played as EPUB audio files, okay, this is your reading. And we do have low vision magnifiers. Okay, this can also be availed by persons with deaf blindness. Okay, I'm just waiting for some question. Okay, fine. Next, we have a scheme for providing. Here we have magnifiers. Okay, magnifiers given at the class of 9th standard onwards. Okay, and then once they reach the college level, we do have a provision to give refreshable braille display and note taking, which is Orbit Reader. I believe many of you are, I can see many of you handling Orbit Reader. Okay, so this is happening now, right? Similarly, in case of skilling and employment, any NGO or organization working with persons with disability or OPD, Organization of Persons with Disability, you can also register in PM Dash portal to start an employment training partner. There are almost 100 courses now being given by Sector Skill Council for Persons with Disabilities, SCPWD. Okay, this Sector Skill Council takes the jobs from various sectors and then adopts it as per persons with disability along with
Provision of the deaf-blind and deaf, the provision across different skills. And also, skills can practice what we were talking about as a best practice. We can recommend to other states for their skill improvement to progress in other states.
yes, this has to be done. Okay, I have to acknowledge this. There is a lack of particularly information accessibility. We should accept it. Okay, I think we'll slowly start from here now. Okay, now we'll give you a list of government schemes. Okay, a simple document. And then we will take it forward. Okay, this if you can specify about this particular scheme, that will also help to develop materials. We will also develop information and communication materials which will become more accessible, and that can be either posted in like NCDB website, right, or spread across in other alternative modes like in a braille printout on request and all that as a next step, or in enlarged print, right? So slowly we will start somewhere from here now. Okay, I believe that will be good. Thank you.
As mentioned, there is a free job portal. So where we NGOs also take up the task. So where we will get what all the skills are required, what are the support system is required. So like that we can go. So that scheme just now started with as a brain child scheme for our sector, and it will take definitely to make good.
Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you very much.
Now I want to choose that deaf people and low vision is brightness. I want to show to make. I have taken this border especially for the deaf people and the deaf blindness, and I made to get approval from them to show. I'm motivating everyone to get that. 50 each one to all I will give. ₹40, 40 to 50 rupees it will be. So try it is very easy.
by using the stick, it is very helpful. You can
I'm welcoming Pradeep, and please welcome Pradeep. Geeta have some issues. She felt with some sick, so she cannot able to come. After later she will come. So I am going to lecture now. I am going to take a lecture. You can see this, right? Do you know what is this? We cannot see this, okay? If I am a visual impaired and if I cannot able to see some things, I need to learn all these things, right? I need to touch all those things and I need to practice everything. So my brain need to pick up everything. How we can pick up and so I am a low vision. I can use this blindfolding material and I can touch everything and learn. We can learn possible. So we can touch everything and so there is that we cannot see anything, right? We can use this and we can learn everything.
கிளிக் பண்ணிட்டு உட்காந்து ஏன்னா முன்னாடி மண்டலம் கிளிக் பண்ணிட்டு
Anyone is blind with low vision, they can come to the stage. Bhagwan is on the stage. Yes, I have a low vision problem. I already gave some band to everyone, but some of them miss these bands, so I need to give them. I need to welcome them and give those things. Some of them, Rahul, some of them has missed those things, so I need to give them. Rahul. Okay, Rahul have that. If anyone miss those things, you can get it from. He have that blindfold thing. He have no. He don't have that blindfold. So. Okay, we don't have that blindfold. So I am welcoming Rahul. Thank you so much. You understand what is this? Why should you call me? So this is the stick and the blindfold material. You can use this to tackle. Okay, thank you for your gift. I need to explain one thing. Deaf with low vision, deaf blind, and many of them, if you I'm truly not a deaf with a low vision. I'm researching and I need to. I have some stress, fears, and so many things. I felt with so many stress and tolerate. I felt with so many things. So I need to. You need to follow 5 things in future. If any low vision is happening for you, you can use these things and you need to learn so that you will learn better.
The deaf low vision is entirely different from the deaf blind. But Sunil is saying that okay, if you come fully blind with the deaf, how can it will be possible, right? You have to practice, right? So yeah, that is actually we should we have some negative things like in the mind, like it should be like maybe the lot of things are there. We can train our mind not to stress for the people who are saying. That is the important thing. The fifth thing is like whatever the food we are taking, it should be improve our visions also. That is one of my intention too. Is it clear for you, Sunil? Yeah, yes. Please keep this one. This is for a gift for you. Yeah, thank you so much for Lina. Can you please get you some later? Sorry, you given the came for me. I want to tell you one thing. Now I am also the deaf. After becoming low vision, I am so worried. I did not able to practice at all. So it was very hassle in my life. Now I experience a lot of things like hassles in my life. I worried a lot. So I want to tell you that you want to practice. If you become a low vision or a fully deaf, how do you communicate with them? So you should have to practice now itself, because in the future, if anything happened, it will be very clear for us to be ready mentally and also the practical things. It's good thing that what can I do with the cane? Okay, actually, shall I give to one of my friends? Please come backside so that all can be able to see you both. This is the cane and the other one is the blindfold. Did you got? You have to practice by wearing this one, how the tactile language and communication will be happened. We are searching the cane shop for like.
So we wanted to get all the canes in a retail order, because canes here are not affordable, right? 4,000, 5,000. It's very expensive. So we found a shop in Bellu. Dr. Namita gave us this connect where we met a vendor who make assistive devices, right? Braille keyboard. There are a lot of assistive devices that they make in Bellu. It's a company, assistive technology company. So we went there, we visited them. So one cane we got for 250 rupees. Because we had placed a bulk order, they gave us one cane for 250 rupees. So deaf people, deaf, low vision, some might feel like, oh, I will not use cane. Cane is associated with a little bit of shame, right? So Sunil wanted to convey this, that our independent mobility is important, our safety should be our priority. The shame that comes in all the societies, that's not important. Okay? And also it's very, we got a good team. 250, we got 45 Ks. And we also took a tour of assistive devices in payload in the company. And then we are distributing the Ks for all the deaf, blind and low vision. Thank you.